Okay, before I go any further, I just want to remind everyone that if you hear some weird sounds, it's because I'm at my house recording this. So you might hear the tip tap of Baxter. I try my best to get him to sit down, but he doesn't sit down all the time. And you might hear some kids outside. They're running around in the street. There goes Baxter again. You might hear some people banging on the fence next door. So sorry about that. So this video, counting by ones, using different strategies, using your fingers, writing, using manipulatives, grabbing stuff around the house, things you can hold and touch, lining it all up and counting it by ones. Counting by ones, that's really what I want to talk about. Counting by ones, 3 plus 5, I have 5, 6, 7, 8. If I subtract by ones, let's say 10 minus 3. You say 10, 9, 8, 7, subtracting by 3 or by 1, and using your fingers or drawing a picture. That's a great strategy. In fact, you really need to know it really well before you go on to adding, using your strategies for doubles, doubles plus 1, doubles minus 1, friends of 10, make a 10. Boy, you guys are going to have this memorized by the end of this unit. So you really need to know how to count by ones before you start memorizing other things. But you can still start now. If you're not real solid on counting by ones with your fingers, you can still memorize your doubles, your make a 10, your doubles plus 1 minus 1, and your friends at 10. You can still start on that. But some of you might really be ready for friends of 10, doubles and doubles. You might be really ready for that. But you love counting by ones on your fingers. You love it so much. You never want to give it up. And you go, oh, you'll never stop me from counting by ones. And second grade teachers all across this district are going to say to you this year in the second grade, time to, and this is my, let it go, let it go, here's Baxter, let the finger counting go, go, go. Let it go, let it go, let the finger counting go, go, go. It's a great strategy, but it's time to move on. It's just not very efficient. It's just not efficient mathematics. Thank you. So as you get older and you're doing mathematics that are 2-digit numbers and 3-digit numbers and 4-digit numbers, it takes a long time to count by ones. And it's even harder to count up by ones on your fingers. And you watched a video where the highest you can go using your fingers is like 550. Well, what happens when you start adding 500 plus 500? Where are you going to get all your fingers from? Let it go. Okay? So the purpose of this lesson is to really say, hey, counting by ones, using fingers, drawing, making pictures, manipulatives, it's fantastic. But we're moving on. We're going to let it go, okay? But before you let it go, make sure you really know how to do this, because if you don't know how to do this, it gets really harder to do other things. So make sure you shore up your skills. Am I saying 2 things at once? Am I saying get rid of it, and then at the same time, it's a great strategy, and make sure you know it? Yeah, I'm saying 2 things at once. Okay, so remember, counting by ones, using your fingers, other things. Am I saying the same thing over and over again? I think I am. Make sure you know it, but this year we're going to let it go, okay? So you had your race. Oh, no, you haven't had your race yet. I looked at the lesson. You're going to have a race with someone that you know in the practice part of this lesson, and you're going to count by ones using your fingers or drawing, and they're going to have it memorized. And we're going to see which is faster, okay? So maybe I'll just give you a preview. I'll just give you a preview. 5 plus 5, 10. 9 plus 9, 18. I'm entertaining myself. 6 plus 6, 12. I know it. It's super fast, right? And when I was your age, I had this strategy to learn my doubles. That my dog is looking at me. If I count 5 plus 4, my fingers, okay, say 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not as fast as just knowing it, okay? And knowing your math facts is kind of like knowing the alphabet for reading. You just got to know it, okay? So next video, next slide, you're going to look at some pictures of the different ways that we count up and count back by 1, and then you're going to have a race. Okay, bye.